I have a course called Chord Mastery, and the students keep telling me the same thing. This method just makes the chords stick. And they haven't been playing piano for years. They're building fluency within as little as a couple of weeks. How is this possible? Because we don't focus on memorizing chords, we focus on forgetting them. Now, I know this sounds strange, but hear me out. After 20 plus years of learning the piano, playing, and teaching, I realized that this is what actually creates fluency, and I call it the link system. It's something I've been doing subconsciously for years, and now it's helping my students in as little as 20 minutes. So here's how to do it. Step 1 is what I call say and play. So what we want to do is play a C major chord in your right hand. And then you're literally going to say C major out loud as you play. And then you would just do this with all the white keys and shifting up one by one. So next one will be D minor, E minor, F major, and so on. So remember this formula, say plus play, is what creates this neurological link between our brain and our hands. It's what we call a mind-muscle connection. And this is the whole reason why this method works so great. And the goal is to stop waiting for the brain to tell you which chord shape you're playing, and you want this connection to be there instantly. Now, step 2 is to move to first inversions, because chords like these are cool. But again, we all know inversions is where the real magic of piano playing lies. So let's go to first inversion C major, like this. And then you would literally do the same thing. You say the name of the chord out loud as you play them. So again, we go C major, D minor, and so on. And now you're expanding the shapes which your brain associates with a chord. So if you want to play a C major, for example, anywhere, then you now have 2 options, which you can instantly recall. Now, step 3 is to go to the second inversion. Now we're finally completing our holy trinity of chord inversions. Second inversion for C major like this. And again, you say plus play, which is C major. And if you work through all the chords in all the inversions like this, then you're really building a muscle memory for literally all the chords there are, and also for the shapes and versions of each chord. And now the name, the sound, and the shape of the chord are linked in your brain in multiple layers. Step 4 is now to test yourself. So now you can pick, for example, C major, E minor, F major, and D minor. And now the next step would be to add inversions to this progression. So let's again start here. Now we go C major, E minor, F major, D minor. And if you see what's happening here, this is really amazing actually. You're still playing the same chords, but your brain associates all the different inversions kind of equally. So to your brain and to your hand, it really doesn't matter if you're playing E minor or E minor, because they're both linked with our link system. Now, step 5 could be to try this with closed eyes. So we really want to focus on the sound of the chord, which again creates a whole different layer of connection with your brain. So for example, we can go C major, E minor, F major, D minor. And this is an interesting process because again, we're focusing not on the visual shape of our hand, but the way this shape actually feels when we play it. And again, for the link system, we want to apply as many different layers of connections with our brain as possible. Now, step 6 is going to be very interesting. We want to change keys now. So do this regularly as well, because you don't want to actually get stuck in just the key of C major. For beginners, this is absolutely perfect. But now if you're one step further ahead and you want to really develop your playing and become fluent, then you have to start incorporating different keys. So for example, we can go to G major, start in second inversion, go to B minor, C major in first, and again D major, and G. And this is what stops you from thinking in letters and names of the chords, and it starts to get you thinking in numbers and the relative position of a chord in each key. Now, step 7 is the moment that you forget. And know that this moment of forgetting is the moment where you have achieved fluency. So if I do the same thing, and I won't even think about the names of the chords anymore, or where my hand is really, then this is everything that we wanted with this method. So now we've achieved fluency because by definition, we're not having to think anymore. And without these thinking breaks, this is what allows us to play fluently, freely, and actually start to be creative and express ourselves on the piano. And remember that this is not something which is a problem for getting the chords that you're playing. This is actually what we want to do. So this was an explanation of how the link system works and how you can apply it in your practice. And inside Chord Mastery, we're using this exact same system, and you'll get step-by-step video lessons, drills, and exercises, which will all help you to internalize every step that we just covered. And yeah, until chord fluency becomes really automatic for you, this is the goal we're trying to achieve. And if you want to stop thinking and start playing with confidence for yourself, then you should check out Better Chords Academy and the course Chord Mastery. It's in the link in the video description or in the pinned comment. Check out this video if you want to, and I'll see you guys again in the next lesson.